Mga ate at mga kuya, welcome back to Kuya Puto's channel. Ready na ba kayo for another Sugal video? Marami pong nagre-request kay Kuya Puto. Probably the most requested topic is technique sa Sugal. You know, I did the daya sa Sugal. Now we're gonna do technique to Sugal due to popular demand. So meron nga bang mga technique sa Sugal para manalo ang mga tao sa loob ng casino? Yun ang topic natin ngayon. So mga ate at mga kuya, just to give you a little bit of a background, kung bago kayo sa channel natin, nagtrabaho po ako sa casino for 26 years and ang dami ko pong nakita. And gusto ko po ay i-share yung mga experiences ko sa casino to hopefully help somebody na merong pinagdadaanan because of sugal. So going back to our topic today, Kuya Puto, meron nga bang talagang mga technique na ginagawa yung mga tao sa sugalan para manalo sila? Well, over the years na nagtrabaho po ako dun sa casino, ang dami ko na pong nakita. Ang dami ko na pong mga systems, sa mga technique na yung mga tao ginagamit nila. And sasabihin nila sa akin, oh, this is 100%. Itong strategy na to, siguradong mananalo ka. You know, foolproof to. Yung mga sugarol po, when they find something that worked maybe once or twice, nagiging committed sila dun sa technique na yun eh. And lahat po ng trust nila, binibigay nila dun sa technique na yun. But, I'll tell you one thing. Sa katagalan ko po nagtrabaho dun sa casino, over a quarter of a century, 5 days a week nandun po ako. Wala pa po akong nakita na system or technique na pinanalo yung player in the long run. Maybe short term, gumagana dito, gumagana doon. For the most part though, laging talo. Because the house always wins. So guys, hindi ko naman alam siguro kung matatawag na technique to. Probably more strategy. Pero yung mga tao na nakilala ko over the years, sasabihin nila sa akin, oh, system to. Guaranteed foolproof. So, mag-umpisa po tayo sa table games. Dahil yun ang department ko, di ba? Let's try Blackjack. Because everybody knows Blackjack. Napaka-popular po niyang Blackjack na yan. So, karamihan po ng beses, ginagamit ng mga tao na mga sugarol na technique is betting management. Kuya Puto, ano yung betting management na yan? So, pag tumaya po yung tao, for example, this is the first example, okay? Pag tumaya po yung tao, palagay nyo ng $100. Nanalo yung taya na yun, dodoblehin nila. Gagawin nilang $200. Pag nanalo yung $200 na yun, dodoblehin pa rin nila. Gagawin nilang $400. That's one. Second betting technique, $100 ulit, di ba? Pag nanalo yung $100 na yun, dadagdagan nila ng 50%. So magiging $150 yung susunod na taya nila. Tapos pag nanalo yung $150 na yun, dadagdagan po nila ng 50% of $150. So magiging $225 yung next bet. Yes. Ibang tao po naman, hindi nila pinapalitan yung taya nila. Kung taya nila $100 on the first hand, their whole entire visit, taya nila, win or lose, is $100. Yung ibang tao naman po, for some reason, di ko maintindihan, strategy nila or technique nila, pag tumaya sila ng $100, tapos nanalo, they reduce the bet by 50%. Yes, believe it or not. And then some people do the opposite. Pag tumaya sila ng $100, tapos natalo yung $100 nila, dodoblehin nila yung taya nila. Dahil hinahabol nila yung talo, di ba? So I don't know exactly how effective that is. But araw-araw po, dati pag yung section ko, Blackjack, napapansin ko po yun. Yun ang ginagawa nila. How effective? You know, depende sa swerte ng tao, di ba? Minsan gumagana, minsan hindi. But for the most part, yung mga nanalo po ng mga malalaking amount, usually yung mga tao na tumataya ng malaki. So sa blackjack again guys, another strategy or technique na napapansin ko. Sa blackjack table po, merong 6 spots. Some tables they have 7 spots. But let's do the example with 6 spots. Karamihan po ng beses gagawin nila, lahat ng 6 spots, lahat occupied yun. As in lahat merong taya, all 6 spots. So, pag medyo mas madalas yung bayad ng dealer kaysa sa kuha ng dealer, they're gonna keep all of the spots occupied at 6. Okay? Pero pag napansin po nung mesa, nung mga players, na hindi masyadong nagbabayad yung dealer, gagawin nila, they're gonna take 1 spot and make it vacant. So we're gonna go from 6 spots to 5 spots. So sa ulo po nung mga sugarol, dahil they took 1 spot away, so they go from 6 to 5, yung pong order ng baraha dun sa shoe ng dealer, mababago po in favor of the players. Pero, I'll be honest with you, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Kaya nga tawag sugal, di ba? Pero sa utak po ng mga sugarol, iniisip nila, yung mga baraha o 8 decks na nandun sa shoe ng dealer. Shoe po is that compartment, that container where the dealer pulls the cards out of, right? Sa utak po ng sugarol, iniisip nila, yung mga baraha, even though it's shuffled, they're in a specific order. Okay? Which is the biggest misconception there is in the world. Everything is random po pag nandun kayo sa casino. Believe it or not, I know a lot of people are gonna argue with me about this, but everything is random. Pero sa utak po ng sugarol, lalo na sa blackjack, iniisip po nila, yung mga baraha na nandun sa looban ng shoe, it's in a very specific order. I don't know why, but that's how they think. So guys, the most popular technique or strategy na ginagamit ng mga tao to get a advantage, quote-unquote, sa house, is to learn basic strategy. Yes, basic strategy. So, yung basic strategy po, you can get this anywhere. It's basically the rules of blackjack, right? It gives you the best odds to, beat the house. But really, it's not foolproof. Otherwise, casinos would go out of business, diba? So it basically teaches you when to hit, when not to hit, when to double down, stuff like that. So if you're able to master basic strategy, you would be able to probably hold on to your money a little bit longer than usual instead ng biglang matalo lahat, right? It's not foolproof. So guys, along with basic strategy, the most popular technique or strategy na ginagamit ng mga experienced professional na mga sugarol to get an advantage over the house sa blackjack is card counting. Hindi ko na po i-explain yung mechanics ng card counting dahil aabutin po tayo dito ng 1 linggo. So just look it up on Google. Basically what it is, yung mga professionals, they're able to keep track of the ratios between small cards and face cards. And depending on the situation and the circumstance, they're able to predict, not 100%, if yung mga susunod na mga hands na lalabas sa shoe, sa blackjack shoe, whether it's rich with face cards or whether it's rich with small cards. Pag madaming face cards, ibig sabihin the count is high. Just look that up. If the count is low, ibig sabihin po nun, they're predicting na maraming lalabas na small cards. When the count is high, if they're predicting na madami pong face cards na lalabas sa shoe in the next couple hands, they increase their bets. That's where they get the advantage. So just look that up. So this has been proven very, very effective, itong strategy, itong technique na to the point where yung mga casinos, they ban people that are card counters. Yes. I've touched upon this sa video ko dati. Dahil yung mga casinos po, ayaw nilang nag-iisahan sila eh. So pag napansin nila na they're dealing with a card counter, and dun po sa trabaho ko dati, we've encountered a fair amount, even though our limits are not that high. They try their luck, right? So once it is determined by the casino na card counter yung player, people like myself, part of the management team with security, pupunta po sa kanila, and like I said on my previous videos, we would approach them and say, "Excuse me, sir, we apologize, but we have to refuse play dahil your game is a little bit too strong." We don't have to give them a reason, and then we basically kick them out. So guys, once the casino has deemed na we are dealing with a card counter, nangyayari po, we approach this individual and we basically ban him from the premises. And yung casino po, they have all the rights to do that because sa looban, it's considered private property. So that's how serious it is. That's how much of a threat it is to the casino when they know that there is a card counter on the casino floor. So out of all the techniques po that I have seen, this is probably the most effective one because as a casino employee for many years, from day one, we were always made aware of these type of people and the activity that they bring to the casino floor. So ibig sabihin po nun, talagang, at times they are able to do some damage with card counting, kaya ayaw po ng mga casino yun. So sa blackjack games din po, napansin ko, hindi naman siguro strategy to, common sense lang. Yung mga tao na medyo merong alam sa sugal, iniiwasan po nila yung mga blackjack table na merong mga automatic shufflers. Yes, yung continuous shufflers. Kung regular casino visitors po kayo, you would know what I'm talking about. Dahil usually, pag natapos na po yung shoe ng blackjack, binabalasa po by hand ng dealer yun. Ginawa po ng casino so we can have more hands per hour. Nag-install po sila ng mga automatic shufflers para mabilis. And yung mga seasoned players po, iniiwasan nila yung mga automatic shufflers. Dahil sa isip nila, the automatic shufflers are fixing the order of the cards. Yes, as crazy as that may sound, karamihan po ng mga seasoned na sugarol, yung po iniisip nila sa utak nila. Whenever a dealer puts the deck of cards into these automatic shufflers. Another technique or strategy sa blackjack din po, or not just blackjack but any table games na ginagawa ng mga seasoned sugarols is pag merong side bet yung particular game. So basically guys, any game with a side bet, iniiwasan po yun ng mga sugarol dahil alam nila yung casino nilalagay yung side bet na yon on that particular game to get a percentage advantage over the players. Patibong po yun. It's a trap because yung mga side bets na yan, yes, it hits every now and then. Katulad sa blackjack. There's a game called Busted. So there's a side bet that you can bet anywhere between $5 to $100 or more depending on the table limit. Tumataya po kayo dun sa side bet na yon hoping na mag-bust yung dealer. But really, how often does the dealer bust? Okay? So, using that as an example, isipin nyo guys, marami pong natatrap dun sa mga side bets na yon. Tsaka tandaan ninyo, the casinos will never introduce a side bet to any traditional game if it does not increase the percentage of win for the house. Yan ang totoo. So karamihan po ng mga tao na seasoned sugarols, they avoid all of these games, all of these traditional table games na merong side bet on the side. So guys, now let's talk about Baccarat. Lucky 9. By far, Baccarat or Lucky 9 is the biggest money game sa casino floor po. Lahat po ng mga malalaking tayaan nangyayari sa Baccarat. So, hindi po maiiwasan, madaming professionals sasabihin po kay Kuya PuTo, this technique that I use, 100% foolproof. Siguradong mananalo ka pag ginawa nyo to. Meron pa nga po, pupunta kay Kuya PuTo dati, sasabihin, you know what? I run a school for Baccarat. I teach people how to win. You know what, guys? Tinatawanan ko lang. Because over the years, like I said, I've seen so many systems, alleged systems na foolproof, siguradong mananalo kayo sa Baccarat. And at the end of the day, yung tao laging talo. Sorry, explain that, di ba? Anyways, I'm gonna talk about some of the, not all, but some of the techniques and the strategies that people use, okay? So guys, one of the most common strategy or technique sa Baccarat is called the martingale system. And I've seen this day in and day out. Basically, ano yun guys, gagawin nila, they're gonna pick either player or banker. Di sila magpapalit. Basta kung player, player lahat. Kung banker, banker lahat. So lagi nilang dinodoble yung bet nila. Lalo na pag natatalo. Dahil iisipin nila, pag dinoble ko ng dinoble yan, eventually, mananalo ako. So lahat ng tinalo ko, makukuha ko balik. Okay? You guys, if there's a banker run or a player run and tapat na nandun kayo dun sa side na yon, then yes, it'll work. Pero, it's all random. Okay? There's no sequence. Walang pattern, walang sequence yan. You know, it's all random, guys. So, yung pong mga tao, ang hirap ikumbinse na random lahat ng lumalabas yung sa Baccarat shoe. Isip po nila, oh, may pattern yan. So, they follow this betting system, pero hindi po nila alam, the only way that the martingale system works is, number one, you have an infinite bankroll. Di kayo mauubusan ng pera, nakaupo kayo sa isang bundok na salapi, which most people don't have. And number two, kung yung casino hindi bibigyan ng limit, table maximum limit, yung mesa, yung Baccarat table na pinaglalaroan ninyo. And it's mandated by law. Unless you're playing underground Baccarat. Any casino pumunta po kayo, merong table maximum, table minimum. Okay? Ibig sabihin nun, you can't exceed the maximum bet that they would allow you. So, the fact na merong table limit, tsaka the fact na wala naman taong nakaupo sa bundok ng pera, di ba? It's not gonna work. And it's never worked. Nakita ko po to araw-araw and it's never worked. People lost so much money. So guys, pag umupo kayo sa Baccarat table, mapapansin ninyo, ang daming mga Asians, okay? Tapos, ang dami nilang papel sa harapan, yung Baccarat scorecard. Okay? Minsan nga, dikit-dikit pa eh. So what they do, they keep track of how many players and how many bankers. They keep track of the patterns, di ba? So sasabihin nun, pag kunyari merong player run, oh, mag-bet kayo ng malaki. Dahil yung player run, tatlo pa yan. Tatlo pang sunod yan. O yung banker run, tatlo pang sunod yan. O pagkatapos nito, dahil yung pattern ganito, magiging tie yan. So taya tayo sa tie. Man, araw-araw po, nakikita ko to. 26 years, nakikita ko to araw-araw. And I guarantee you, hindi po gumagana yan. Walang pattern. There is no pattern. And you know what? I know a lot of people will disagree. Okay? Dahil sa utak po ng mga sugarol na yon, may pattern yan. Dahil yun ang sinasamba nila. But as a casino employee that has watched this game for the last 26 years, I can guarantee you there is no pattern. So guys, now let's talk about roulette. Roulette yung wheel, tapos meron mga numero, and then you spin a ball, tapos babagsak yung bola sa numero. Pinaka-common na strategy po sa roulette, yung mga professionals. What they do is they play quadrants. Kuya PuTo, ano ba yung quadrants na yan? So yung quadrants guys, if you take the wheel, yung bilog, di ba? Hatiin nyo sa apat. That's 4 quadrants. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each quadrant, meron mga numero yan. So ginagawa po ng mga professionals, they monitor the speed of the wheel, the roulette wheel. Dahil umiikot po yung roulette wheel eh. And on top of that, they're monitoring the speed of how the ball spins, right? Depende rin po sa dealer yon. And I guess, in a way, medyo naniniwala po ako dito. And you know, there is some luck and there is a strategy to this too. Yung iba po, magaling dito eh. Eh napansin ko to dahil madalas po ako sa roulette din dati. And I'll give you an example. Kunyari po, yung bola naglanding sa 23. Okay? So, kung na-monitor na nung tao, kung gaano kabilis yung ikot ng roulette wheel, tapos na-monitor din nung professional kung gaano kabilis pinapaikot nung dealer yung bola dun sa wheel, there's a very good possibility, a high probability, na yung bola na naglanding sa 23 the spin before will land right across from the wheel, either left or right within a couple numbers. That's called roulette tracking. Yes, guys, and it's a real thing, and it does work. But like I said, it takes a lot of luck, and some people, they can be very successful at it. Pero it also requires a lot of luck. Okay? A lot of luck and a lot of knowledge and a lot of practice, which most people don't have. So guys, I'll tell you a little bit of a secret. Nung bata po si Kuya PuTo, dealer po ako nung nag-umpisa ako sa casino. And one of my favorite games to deal was roulette. Nung nasa training center po kami dati, naglalaro po kami ng mga fellow dealers ko, yung mga katrabaho ko, di ba? And nagtatayaan po kami. Can you predict where the ball is gonna land kung ikaw yung nag-i-spin ng bola? So dati po, nung nasa training kami, merong mga consultants, mga casino cheats that the company I work for would bring in to teach us all of the cheats. And tandaan ko po, merong isang consultant, tinuturuan po kami sa roulette. So sabi niya, I can drop this ball anywhere on the roulette table, on any number. If I'm not able to do that, at least I could do it within 1 or 2 spots, either left or right, of that specific number. So, tinuro po sa amin kung paano gawin yon. Basically, it has everything to do kung gaano kabilis umiikot yung wheel. And kung gaano mo kabilis papaikutin yung bola dun sa wheel, combined with where you actually let the ball go. Yes, maniwala kayo o hindi, gumagana yon. And I guess some of the players are very aware of this phenomenon. Yung po ginagamit nila as technique or as a strategy per se. So, kaya nilang i-predict. Not exactly where the ball is gonna land, but they can predict which quadrant the ball will land on. Tapos, doon po nila i-concentrate yung mga bets nila. That's how roulette technique or roulette strategy works. Yung pong nakita ko. I know there's way more techniques and strategies that people use, pero yung po madalas kong makita, that was one of the most common ones. So guys, over the years na nagtrabaho ko sa casino po, napakadami ko nang na-encounter ng mga self-proclaimed professionals na merong 100% foolproof guaranteed method or strategy or technique para makaisa dun sa casino. Narinig ko na po lahat yan. Napakarami ko na pong nakita. I just wanted to show you or talk about some of the examples, most common ones dito sa video na to. But all of them have one thing in common. They don't work. Yes, guys, they do not work. Siguro gagana isang beses, 2 beses, siguro gagana isang buwan. Pero by the time na gumana po to, ubos na yung pera ninyo or adik na kayo. And eventually, the casino or the house always wins. In my experience po, the best strategy and the best technique sa loob ng casino is number 1, don't chase your losses. Dahil pag natalo na po yung mga tao, yung isip nila hindi na tama eh. Gusto lang nila makuha yung mga natalo nila. So they stop making logical decisions po. And number 2, kung pupunta nga kayo sa casino, do it for entertainment. Okay? Do it for entertainment. Don't do it to satisfy a gambling urge inside you. You know, if you have that gambling urge, stay away. But you know what? For some people, it is entertainment. So guys, if you really want to experience a casino for entertainment purposes, my advice is this. Kung lalabas kayo kung saan, magkano gagastahin ninyo? $50, $100, you know, call it a night. Do the same thing kung pupunta kayo sa loob ng casino. Yun lang ang dali ninyo. Kung $50, $100, only bring $50, $100. And do not bring plastic. Yes, plastic, I mean credit cards, debit cards, you know, don't bring that. Just bring what you can afford to lose because more than likely, matatalo kayo eh. So yeah, Sana naman po guys, nakatulong to kahit konti. And if you have more questions kay Kuya PuTo with regards to casino life, and if you want to hear about a topic about anything sugal or gambling, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be more than happy to share more, because I have way more stories to tell and to share. So this is Kuya PuTo, guys, wishing you good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Stay hungry, stay humble, keep your hustle strong. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye for now. Pag-ibig mo'y aking kailangan.